Hey.
Hey, check.
Check. I guess I'm okay. Do I sound okay?
You sound sexy.
You never know.
It's a good day for you.
Oh, good. It's going to be a great show,
Been
guys.
smoking those cigarettes I told you to?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. How's it going today?
All right,
hey
you
there,
ready?
baby.
Hey there, welcome to Stuck in Beta. I am Greg. With me is Doc and Marty. Say hi.
Hey.
Which one are you?
I'm Marty.
Okay, I'll be Doc.
What's up, Doc?
That's great.
Bum.
That was a setup,
Come
wasn't
on.
it? You guys talked about that before I got here.
We nailed it.
It was pretty good.
It was great.
Hey, speaking of them, I started reading this comic book from the original Bob Gale, who did the Back to the Future movies. He started doing a comic, like all these other stories, like how Doc met Marty and all that.
Oh, like
outside of the movie,
yeah.
but still in the same universe or whatever. Yeah, it shows like 14-year-old Marty.
Huh.
It's pretty neat.
How did he meet Marty? Hey, boy, want some candy?
Well, Needles bullied him to steal he had like some tube or something for his amp. I don't know what the heck it was, and he had to steal it from Doc Brown's. And apparently at the time, Doc was like a mad scientist, and everyone was scared of him. So
Yeah, I think that was kind of pretty clear in the movie. I don't know if people were scared of him, but you could tell it was
He's an oddball.
he was the town oddball.
yeah. And it kind of talked about the mansion burning down and stuff. It's kind of neat. So
I think we need to jump right into our snack for the week
yeah.
before
And
it
beer,
gets
can I open?
any
I brought a beer
colder.
today.
Yeah, you did.
I brought. You wouldn't believe the amount of Yingling I have in my house right now.
Why do you have so much Yingling?
Well, apparently several friends went to Florida, and my friends bring me beer. They know I like Yingling.
well, they brought you Yingling.
I brought you
I
a
don't know
cold.
about
I
beer.
brought a cold Yingling to share. Would you boys like some? All right, I'll drink it.
Help yourself
All right, I'll drink it all. That's fine.
So I don't know how you want to do that.
Go
You
ahead
want
and
to
set up the...
dish it out and
See
Talk
if I
about what we brought.
see if I bring beer again.
So, Jack in the Box has they have this munchie menu, which is basically aimed towards stoners or drunks or whatever. I mean, it's literally, it's not available until after 8. It's either 8 or 9, but it's all these weird concoctions. Like, I think one is like a chicken sandwich with what is it, stuffed jalapenos on top with cheese sauce, and it
sounds
has
good.
like a grilled cheese sandwich on top of that, and then you get
Man,
like
that's
fries and a.
That's a lot of cheese.
So what did I get, Greg?
So this is
How
their
does Greg know what you got? You got it.
this is their
Greg's
mu-
idea.
This is their munchie mashups, which are actually available all day long. They're $3 each, and
Are you getting paid by Jack in the Box? For
I am
this?
not. But there is this one. Which one do you have here?
This one must be the... oh, gosh. I don't know. I don't know.
They're not
Wakey
labeled.
Bakey Hash, I think, because that
Where
doesn't
is it
have
on the
chicken
side?
on it, does it?
I don't see any chicken.
This has got. This other one's got chicken. nuggets
Okay.
on it.
That must be the Wakey Bakey Hash. You got 2 of the 3.
Right.
Wakey Bakey Hash is it says blah blah blah, mashing up savory egg, bacon, pepper jack cheese, crispy hash browns, and tasty white cheese sauce.
Oh wait! I just got a text from Annette. I'm not allowed to have any of this. I'm on a diet.
I'm sure that's the case. And
This is extremely messy. The bag was saturated in the...
Saturated fats.
It looks
Look, it's
pretty
sliding down
nasty.
the
It is too. Here.
And I gotta be honest with you, this doesn't smell that great.
Oh, it smells awesome to me.
When it was in my truck
It
after
smells
I
like
picked it up...
Jack in the Box. That's,
Oh, it
Yeah.
just smelled terrible. It was...
Are you
It
a
smelled like-
breakfast person though?
Yeah,
Are
but
you?
it just smelled like fried, I don't know. I didn't like it. Maybe it was the 2, combined.
What do you do to your forks? This fork is a bent all to hell.
Look at that. It's like a U.
It is, too. Mine's the same way.
Well, I don't know.
You bend forks as a hobby?
bender?
That mind trick
Yeah,
you've
with
been
his
working
mind.
on? That street,
All right, here we go.
Street
So it's
performer.
basically like potatoes with other crap involved.
It's a mashup.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a mashup. And surprisingly, I can eat this without any weird aversions.
Yeah, that is weird.
There's no sweetness on it. That's why.
That's weird.
There's no.
We need to put some syrup on it.
Oh no! See, just the thought of that. No.
Yeah. It's basically stuff in a blender.
What's a?
No, it's not. It's got texture. You can tell what you're eating.
Yeah. What's a traditional hash?
Potatoes.
I think they just use hash browns here, though.
Well, if you
Yeah.
go to Silver Dollar City, they got those stations that have hash, right? There's
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
yeah, isn't there the hash? There's a protein. So typically, the one at Silver Dollar City that I'm thinking of is chicken, okra, potatoes, onions, maybe some bell peppers. I like their hash. I like this. This is good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's
If you're a breakfast fan, I think you would like it.
I like it fine. It's just something that I would never order, though. I would never, just go to Jack in the Box outside of the show and say, this is something that I am craving or...
Do you order? Are you a fast food breakfast person?
No,
Or
not really.
Okay,
But I mean, outside, I would probably, if I am, I would go just get a sausage McMuffin or, the equivalent of wherever.
Well, so think about it this way, too. Fast food typically is eaten in the car, possibly while you're driving.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell you
No
can do that
way.
with this.
yeah,
No.
it's going to end up all over your lap.
Yeah. You'd have to be a passenger.
It's for the stoned passenger, then?
Stoned passenger.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. That was good.
And I felt like a fool ordering them because the names are just ridiculous. So the first one, Wakey Bakey. And then this one's called Hangry Chicken Hash. This is the next one.
Did the people, when you ordered it, did the people say, oh, yeah, okay? Or did they look at you weird?
He didn't really say much, but I mean, I'm sure that it looked kind of odd that I was just ordering these two things and that's it.
See you later.
There is so much grease on this.
Yeah, these are...
But you don't go to Jack in the Box for a greaseless meal.
Well, no.
I think you're going to get the bulk of the chicken
Well, if you need a
nuggets
chicken nugget off there, grab one.
snag one.
Way to go.
his plate.
Way to share it, Greg.
He's dishing it out.
So this is what
Hey,
is
Hangry Chicken Hash. Did you read this yet?
No, go ahead.
It's
Mr. Jack in the Box commercial.
when chicken nuggets, Frank's Red Hot buffalo sauce, and ranch are mashed up with crispy hash browns and tasty white cheese. It's the new Hangry Chicken.
So, white cheese is the commonality, because didn't they have white cheese on the other one we just had?
White cheese and and hash browns.
Yeah.
And there was one that I didn't get. I don't know why. Instinct told me to stay away from jalapenos for some reason.
You'd have to leave the
okay.
show early.
Yeah, so
Excuse me.
typically we're here, we're drinking a beer or two, and you dumping some usually not so healthy foods on top of it.
That's not bad either. I'm a fan of Frank's hot sauce, though. Are you? Either?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I like this one better. I'm not a big egg eater, so the first one isn't.
Yeah, it just depends on what you're in the mood for. Now, if you're in the mood, if you go there and you're breakfast, I would say Wakey Bakey is good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want chicken, if you can call chicken nuggets from Jack in the Box
Right.
chicken, it depends on what kind of...
Although these
Camp
look
here.
like chicken nuggets, though.
What do you mean?
Well, Jack in the Box, they usually have the chicken strips. These look
Yeah.
more like a nugget.
True. So these are probably made with the pink sauce or whatever. The pink chicken.
The pink goo, yeah.
I'd say I'd go with that one.
Which one? The
This one.
Hangry chicken or whatever?
Yeah.
Molly's like, not the episode to watch when you're feeling ill.
Oh, should we do baby update?
We'll get a ultrasound tomorrow.
Wait, we have intro
Another
music, don't we? You have intro music for everything else.
I don't. I'm sorry. Haven't gotten that yet.
It's baby talk. Okay, what's the update on the baby?
I think you just gave it.
No, we just
We're getting another ultrasound.
Okay.
There really isn't that much
Okay.
right at this moment.
All right. That's been baby talk.
Man,
There you go.
we got to record that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Put that as a button down there on your soundboard.
I'd get it
Beautiful.
wrong. I'd hit the wrong one.
All right. So we got that out of the way pretty much.
Get that out of the way.
Yeah, I probably won't ever have one of those again. I mean, they're not terrible. They're not like, it's not like they're
I can't endorse
vile.
it.
The breakfast one? I would do the
Unless
breakfast
Jack in
one.
the Box is paying.
Yeah, right.
I would do the breakfast one.
It's a lot of crap mixed up.
So yesterday I got stung by a freaking wasp.
Again?
Man, I know.
Was it hornets last time, though?
Last summer I got stung by yellow jackets.
Okay.
But like 2 weeks ago I got stung by a wasp, and then yesterday I got. Now check this out. I know this is not good radio, but take a look at my forearms.
Good thing we're not on the radio.
Can you see the swelling? It goes from my wrist here all the way down to my elbow. The sting was right here.
Wow.
Here, all swollen. It's crazy. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Are you allergic?
I don't know. It doesn't hurt, itch, or...
Are you able to breathe
I was
right
gonna
now?
Yeah, I mean...
You're probably not allergic.
I don't know... I don't know what I could do for it other than just, time.
Rub some aloe on it.
I don't know if that's going to do anything.
I got burnt the other day right here. So
Yeah?
I rubbed mustard on it.
Mustard?
It took the pain right away.
Where'd you hear that at?
Did you pour a beer down your throat, too?
Molly told me, I'm like, that's ridiculous. And then I looked it up, and while she was snoozing, I'm like, rub a little mustard on it.
Mustard on a burn, huh? So, and then it didn't burn anymore at all?
No, like the pain went away.
Really?
It was weird
Wow.
having mustard on my hand.
You
but-
licked it, right?
Yeah, I'm like,
Like
Oh,
a
geez, burns
snack.
again.
yeah.
Well, while we're complaining about our injuries, my foot hurts for some reason. I don't know
Just
what
your foot?
Yeah, it's weird.
So, you've been kind of crabby lately. What's going on?
Start of the school year, man.
Oh, really? Was today a school day?
No, tomorrow is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, why are you crabby today?
I'm not crabby. This is happy-go-lucky, Josh, man. You're...
So, we're in for it next week?
Nah. No, next week we'll have to recap the eclipse. It's not going to happen.
What do you mean it's not going to happen?
It's not going to happen.
gonna be cloudy.
It's still going to happen.
Yeah, that'd be a big disappointment.
Well,
That sounds like something a crabby guy would say.
yeah, I know. Way to think positively.
I know.
It's better than saying it's going to rain.
You said that before the show started.
Yeah, that's what the forecast says.
Hey, you guys do anything exciting over the last week? Besides getting stung by a wasp?
Not really.
The only thing that I did that was kind of exciting, but I don't know that you guys would probably not find this exciting, but a couple weeks ago my wife found an old like desk and a chair on Facebook, and it was like in somebody's garage, and they wanted $15 for it, and she's been wanting a vanity in our master bathroom. And so we went out and looked at this thing, and it was like in really bad shape, but it was cool. It was like antique, and she really liked the look of it. 2 drawers. So we picked that up for $15, and it was just like nasty. It had bugs and stuff all over it. Really bad shape. I mean, like not bad shape, like it was broken, but just needed some repairs. But both drawers were full. And the lady was like already walking in, and we're like, "Hey, do you want this stuff out here?" She said, "No, you keep it."
Soup recipes?
That's weird. So we get home, we're going through it, and it was like this thing hasn't been touched in like 40 years.
Wow.
It had these old like driver's license, like learning how to drive.
Oh, cool.
From like 1977. It had just some old
doubloons,
like address books, things like that in there, and it was just kind of cool to thumb through some of that stuff that was pretty old. But anyway, we cleaned that up and painted it, and it just looks awesome, and she's so happy with it. So that's what we did on Saturday, I think, and it was pretty rewarding. That was my excitement, I guess.
Well, I on Saturday watched the new DuckTales.
Yeah, jeez.
And it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Where do you find this?
Disney XD.
No, I don't know.
I'm going to say something that's going to make me sound like a really old man.
Okay.
I had to turn on closed captioning on that because I could not understand Donald.
Donald was a little hard to understand. I'll agree with that. All the others were fine.
Yeah, they were fine.
But
yeah.
Donald was. Luckily, he wasn't like
main
character,
yeah.
and he never was in the original DuckTales. But I like how they kind of made an origin story of how they got to be with Scrooge and how he was an adventurer back in the day. They came to meet him, and I really like how all the kids have like their own personality. It's not like a, because in the old one I couldn't tell you who said what.
Right.
That. In this one, you could tell like one's a little more like the one is like marking stuff to take when Scrooge dies. That's he puts dibs on this, dibs on that, and they all have different personalities like that. And Webby in it is a lot more like, instead of just you girl or whatever, she's actually like, she knows more than the boys do.
Yeah, I thought it'll be entertaining to see how the season goes. I'm not a fan of that animation style.
I was going to ask about that. It's a little odd, but I kind of got over it pretty quick.
They've pretty well redone a lot of the Disney animation stuff. Like there's a Mickey cartoon that is done in that animation style.
Yeah, it's a weird style, and
the eyes are real big, like more pronounced than normal. It's just a different animation style. I'm just not a fan of it.
And I don't know why. Is it easier, or is it because I know
so they can sell more merchandise is probably what it is.
Cheaper, or I don't know. But yeah, I liked it. I'm excited. There's going to be, the season doesn't start for another few weeks or whatever, but they played the same episode for 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Over and over.
Yeah.
So I missed it like twice, and then like I kept, every time I'd put it on, we got to go
Halfway
do
through
something,
the
and then I'm like, so yeah.
We went down to St. John Saturday morning.
Oh,
down to the Jerdefet, and then we went to West City Park, the Festus Blues and Funk Fest. I think that's what it's called. 7th year.
I've heard that you have the blues.
No,
you don't. You don't have the blues.
No.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
No.
Well, that didn't
go on too well. He doesn't like to play along when he should be.
No, he
I don't know
doesn't.
what the hell you're talking
He does
about.
it.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't.
What are you damn kids talking about?
Oh gosh.
Inside jokes.
Man, I probably have about 800 to 1,000 CDs. And
oh yeah,
we've been trying. Oh, there's a baby update for you. I've been cleaning out the office so
crap.
we can get the move stuff over from the extra bedroom, which is going to be the baby's room. And so I had, there's a stand over in the corner there. But
yeah, I think I've moved those at least 5 times.
Probably
CDs.
at
with
least,
CDs
yeah.
on them. Yeah,
Because I've probably collected the majority of those were collected between 17 to 20.
yeah.
Like,
so 80s, 1980s, no, 1993 or 4 to 97, 98, and that
95. Yeah,
somewhere in that range.
Yeah, because I haven't bought a CD in years because okay,
They were all 20
Why?
plus years old.
because
Pandora.
I subscribe to Google Music, so I don't. Everything's there.
Yeah.
It got really quiet.
Because
Your air conditioner just turned
Oh.
off.
How about that?
in the studio here.
But anyway, so I'm pulling all these out of there. I got it in a big old one of those tubs, and it probably wasn't a wise idea to put them all in a giant tub because
Now it's heavier than hell.
Yeah,
it probably weighs a good
20 pounds.
20.
As he's complaining about how heavy it is.
80 pounds, I would say. But
So what are you going to do with them all?
I don't know, because there's this app called Declutter.
Yeah.
And I messed around with that, trying to see, okay, what can I get for this? A lot of DVDs, too, I started doing that. I scanned, like, I had stacks and stacks of stuff, and then I look at my cart, and it's like, oh, you've got $5. I'm like, all of this is $5. Why even bother, you know?
No one wants your old music.
Because here's the thing. You have a lot of old stuff that was cool to you, I guess.
Well,
but
yeah.
It's not mainstream.
It's a lot of 90s punk.
You don't have any Justin Bieber in there?
Yeah, you need to throw in a couple of Justin Biebers or...
Well, that's not always true. I remember...
some Taylor Swifts in there. Maybe.
Yeah.
I remember an Ace of Base album that someone may have had.
Oh, man.
That you couldn't sell anywhere, even when it was popular.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, that was the thing back in the day. You used to be able to go to those CD stores and buy, sell, trade. And there was that... So back when Greg and I lived together, we were, like, so poor. It would, you talk about...
I probably had more CDs than that, but I sold them.
Last week we talked about being poor college kids. That's kind of how we were. I mean, we literally had to scrape things together in order to try to have fun or even buy beer or whatever the case may be. And we one summer we decided we're going to take a vacation together. Meanwhile, the jobs that we had, we didn't have vacation time. We just took a break from jobs and just didn't get paid. And so we're like, hey, let's go to Chicago. Okay. Well, it's probably going to cost a lot of money, right? Hey, my parents need their house painted. So we painted his parents' house. It took us way longer than we thought it would. We made like $200 each. By the time we were done, we were exhausted, didn't want to take a trip to Chicago. And then we decided, well, let's go see what else we can do to make some extra money. So we went to try to sell CDs, and I had this Ace of Base CD. And the guy, like, gets...
Yeah, exactly.
The guy gets... He's going through the stack, yeah, we'll take this one, not this one, this one. And I'm like, really, you want to take this Ace of Base? And he, like, points over. I look behind me. There's this, like, a kiosk in the middle of this, like, CD warehouse with, like, 500 copies of Ace of Base on it.
And they're only selling it for, like, $1 each or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we got by back in the
Man, what
late
was
90s.
the other music store? CD Warehouse, Sam Goody...
Street
Side Records.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Man,
There is one CD warehouse still remaining.
Is there?
That one up there at, in South County.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't set foot in one of those in years.
But yet every car still comes with a CD player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Pretty much. Yeah.
true. So
You don't know what you're going to do with them, huh?
I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I had a lot of copied, maybe DVDs.
I don't know what I'd admit that.
I don't know what that means.
Well, they all just went in the trash. Because I don't know what to do with them.
You're not selling them. You can't.
Right.
You'd go to jail.
Yes, I'm selling them. Yeah, they're all.
Your baby'd be born and you'd be in jail.
They were printed. I had covers printed and everything. But
Oh, yeah, you were really into it.
yeah, they're in the trash. Because I'm like, what am I going to do with these?
Yep. What else we got going on?
Well, the big eclipse is coming.
Yeah. So, you guys were talking before the show about the glasses.
Yeah. Well, that's been a big cluster.
Yeah. You want me to tell you my
story? Give us your story.
So I think we talked on the show about me getting eclipse glasses.
Yeah, you showed
those,
we wore them, didn't we?
Yeah, those really, like...
Those nice looking
they're high
glasses.
end.
Yeah, I think they're upstairs. But I bought those a couple months ago.
Studio's 2 levels?
Yeah, studio's 2 levels, yeah. And in the green room upstairs where they're at. So I got them being prepared and all that. Well, just like last week, my parents actually I didn't even pay attention to the email. I get lots of emails from Amazon, so I didn't. My dad's like, hey, I got this email. Did you get it? Well, Amazon sent an email out saying that they tried to contact the company that made the manufacturer of the glasses. They couldn't get a hold of them. They didn't respond saying if they're the right ISO level, this ISO 12312.
Yeah. So it doesn't say that on the inside of those glasses?
No. It says it on the packaging, but it doesn't say it on them.
Huh. So they just called to verify that they actually did meet the spec.
Yeah. They said, do not use these glasses. We're refunding you your money.
Oh, wow.
So,
You going to use them?
I mean, I guess I shouldn't.
So you just got your money back, but you didn't have to return the glasses?
Right. Because Amazon's kind of, they don't want to get sued over something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You could own Amazon, though.
Yeah, I don't think I could own Amazon.
You could be the new Jeff Bezos.
But I did get a pair of glasses from Schlafly's. Their normal summer lager is gone dark, as they say. They made the box all black, but
Are they paying for this episode?
it comes with some little paper glasses.
That's all of the pretty much all.
Yeah.
I won't say all, but I mean because you bought some nicer plastic ones, but
That aren't.
pretty much that don't meet the spec.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the standard, isn't it? For the solar glasses,
I think so.
That kind of papery.
Yeah, like the
Glass.
old 3D glasses.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And Denny Foster, the owner of Main and Mill, I talked to him.
Is he paying for this episode?
I chatted with him today, and he's gonna hook me up with another pair. So thank you, Denny.
Wow.
Yeah. Free show.
Yeah.
Denny's a good guy.
Have either of you put on those glasses and looked at the sun?
So I've got a story.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
No, I was just going to say my wife grabbed a couple pair. I don't remember where she got them, but
Amazon.
no, they were somewhere local, and she gave one of them to the boys or whatever, and they looked up at the sun and they were like, "Oh my god!" Like they were just so
My eyes.
shocked. No, yeah, they were
They
just
bought
so
Greg's,
shocked.
didn't they? She
Yeah.
got them from Greg.
And so she was like, "Oh my god!" And then our other boy put a pair on, and he was just like the same thing. They were just so excited about him. So she's like, "Let me see," and then she was kind of surprised too. And then she showed me whenever she got home, and it is pretty neat. I mean, it's cool how you can like see it, and it's just
Is it an orange dot?
It's very orange. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool how you can just look right at it, and it's
So-
so much brighter than anything else because you can't always see
you can't
anything
see
else.
crap through those things. So I wonder if that's because if it's that tint because of the material, or if it's that color
don't
because
know.
of that's really
Yeah.
what it is. You know what I mean?
I bet it's because it's orange.
It could be.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So
I think it is.
I used to be kind of into photography. I have a decent camera and some nice lenses and stuff. And so I kind of got the bug. I'm like, well, I want to try and photograph this thing because I've got a really big zoom lens. And I'll show you. You want to see my zoom lens? I'll show you. So
out.
a friend of mine.
Wide lens, wide angle.
No, it's long telephoto.
Oh, okay.
But it's pretty wide too. Do wide angle. So this person at work said that
Not a
she
macro.
bought. No, it's not a macro.
Sorry.
It's not micro. I mean,
Yeah.
she bought a little like 4x4 piece of number 14 welding. It's almost like a cellophane, like a real thick cellophane. I'm sure it's the same material these glasses are made
Right.
out of. But it was 4x4, and she's like, I put this over the end of my point and shoot camera, and it worked pretty well. I'm like, well, I think I can do that on my camera. So I ordered it, and it took forever to get here from Amazon. So
Does it meet specs?
I assume it's number 14 welding glass, which is the same as what this is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I got to figure out how to get this on the end of my camera. So I had an empty Kleenex box. So I cut a hole in the Kleenex box, just a hair smaller than the piece of filter, and then put the Kleenex box over the end of my lens, and then pointed it at the sun, and it's the same thing. It's an orange. I mean, you see the sun, but I wasn't sure if it was orange because of if there was something in the filter that was making it orange, or if that's really.
I think that's
maybe
the color of the
sun's orange.
sun.
It could be.
It's just so bright.
So I'm pretty excited. I'll be able to photograph the partial coming and going, and then I'll take the Kleenex box off my camera to photograph the total.
Yeah.
If we see the sun that day.
So
It's kind of like the groundhog.
Yeah.
If we see the sun.
I didn't know this before, but I was talking to a guy at work who's really, really geeking out over this, and his dad lives in Michigan, and he's coming down for it. I mean, they have family coming in from all over the place. So he was explaining a little bit to me. I had no idea. I did not know this. That whenever in that totality,
Yeah.
if your eyes adjust and you look at the sun or where the sun was, and you see like
Well, the
that
sun's still
ring,
there, yeah.
right? You see that ring around it. That's called the corona.
Yes.
I did not know that.
And you can see
bursts.
Ben Bailey's beads, and yeah.
What's that?
It's some sort of effect that happens when you see the corona. If you use a real fast shutter speed with a camera, you can see something called Bailey's beads, and you can also see, theoretically, the magnetic fields coming off of the. They say it's cooler than hell.
Yeah, he said you can actually see like the little explosions
Right.
coming off. So maybe that's
I mean,
what they're
you might
called.
need a telescope to see that. I wonder.
He has a telescope.
Okay, so that-
maybe
yeah.
that's what he's referring to.
But yeah, that's. I mean, my 300 millimeter. I'll be able to see it. Not great, but I'll see it pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Baileys and Corona, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny that I never would have thought that Corona.
And it
where their
lasts
name
what?
came from.
2 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yeah,
here,
where we are.
totality?
Yeah.
2:37, I think.
Okay,
Here, I
maybe
just
that's
looked
what
at
it
it
is.
today.
Yeah, and then the partial starts at like 11:40,
11, yeah,
and then
something.
ends at 2:40 or something
Yep,
like that.
Something like that.
Man,
So
Which
I'll-
that you can see with the glasses, right? So
correct.
you can see.
Yeah, and then at totality, you take your glasses
Right.
off. Yeah, and then when the sun
Cool.
gets ready to come back out, that's called something too. The very first burst, or let me back up. The very last burst of sunlight that comes across when the moon is going across the sun, the very last piece of sun that is visible, that burst of light is called something. And then when the moon is moving away, the first burst is called something.
first.
I heard somewhere that the higher you are, like an elevation, if you can see in a distance, like so, if you're looking out over a field, you can see the
Yes.
like the horizon, like a
Yes.
a line coming right at you.
These YouTube videos I've been watching, you can see that in these videos because they're on, like, one of them, the one in Sri Lanka, is on a coast, and you're looking out, and at the horizon, it's bright. I mean, you
Yeah.
can tell the sun is still up,
Yeah.
but it's dark here.
Uh-huh.
They said if you're in the center of the path, you're 35 miles from full sunshine.
Okay.
So, and you can see horizon typically if you're at a coastline, I think is 25 miles
Okay.
at the horizon. So you're kind of seeing beyond the horizon. Yeah, you can totally
That's
see.
really cool.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
yeah. It's dark where you are. It's nighttime
Right.
where you are, but you have sunrise on every side of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's neat. And all the other things that I'm looking forward to possibly seeing is all the like wildlife stuff that could happen. They said
Yeah.
like the birds will fly to
Yep.
roost.
Crickets will start
yeah,
chirping. Lightning
frogs,
bugs.
things like that.
Screw with animals' heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I heard. I was hearing that. Oh, you should let your pets in and all that. Like
Really?
Why?
That's what I said. I'm like,
Do your dogs stare at the sun?
that's
for
what
routine
I'm
behavior?
thinking.
Yeah.
My dog, I don't think is ever
No.
looks at the sun.
And that's because it hurts their eyes.
Yeah. And even if they do, I think there's some instinct in there that tells them not. Otherwise,
They'd
after
always be looking at their.
after Monday, we're going to have a bunch of blind animals.
That's
stupid.
stupid.
So that's
I-
the dumbest thing I ever heard.
I was looking forward to seeing what my dog does during that time.
Try and go to bed.
Well, I don't think she ever
That's
really.
all she ever does, right?
Yeah.
That's all Buster does.
I don't know that she would act any different, but I mean, it's worth.
So you're working from home that day?
I'm just off that.
Oh,
day.
you are off.
Yeah.
Are you taking off?
I'm off.
Are you? I'm gonna work in the morning, I think.
Oh, and so here's another thing that I find kind of interesting. So this is one of the, in my mind, and the closer we get, the more excited I get about it. We've been talking about this for about a year, probably.
Yeah.
And there are certain individuals out there who are like, I don't get it. What's the
I know. That's interesting to me.
what's the big deal? You know, and so at my work, they're doing, and I work in South St. Louis City, where they're only like 30 seconds of
Yeah.
totality or something like that. It's really small. And, you know, there's a lot of people, they're allowing people to go outside, you know, and view it from work.
But by God, be back at your desk in 2 minutes.
yeah. But there's people that are just like, I'm not really interested.
Really?
in this.
I
I'm
remember being little during that partial we were talking about and thinking, man, it would be really cool to see a total eclipse.
Yeah.
And we'll probably never see one.
Yeah. I just don't get that. Like, it's once in a lifetime.
Yeah, I agree.
Of course you can travel, but I don't know. It's just strange to not get excited about a natural phenomenon.
We
like
say
that.
once in a lifetime. 7 years from now, this is happening again.
No, I know,
Yeah.
right? But
and not that far from us.
Not at your house or
No,
our house.
I agree. I completely agree.
Do you
I mean,
think-
30 miles away, 40 miles away.
Right.
Do you
Yeah.
think the traffic will be?
Oh,
I don't
shit.
know. They keep
Okay.
predicting
I
it's going to
think
be
it's all
crazy.
bullshit.
Yeah. You think?
Yes.
Like it's
'Cause I
not
mean-
going to happen, or
I think there will be increased traffic, but these people saying you need to fill up your car the week
Yeah.
before because there's not going to be any gas in town. Give me a
It's raining
freaking
hard
break.
outside. They're like people
don't
renting
know.
their houses for these extreme
Okay, so
amounts.
I've
and
got a story about
all
that.
Well, let's hear it.
So we know somebody that.
Do we want to get to our?
yeah.
I mean, go ahead and
Solar
crack that beer. I'll tell the story while you're getting that if you want. We've got a friend whose parents live in DeSoto, which is a south kind of or a town, to the southwest about 7 miles?
Yeah,
8
they
miles.
have 3 seconds. I think they're actually in the very,
Clo-
very center.
Yeah, they're closer to the center than we
Yeah.
are. Yeah, but anyway, their parents have quite a bit of acreage down there, and they have a carriage house, so a freestanding building on their property that has an apartment in it. And they have their house on VRBO, or that carriage house on VRBO, for $350 a night. 0 people have contacted them.
Oh,
about
wow. That's crazy.
renting it. Yeah.
Another quick story is the Russell House, which
Yeah.
is a restaurant in Hillsboro where I live. Our
Good
daughter,
food.
our daughter works there.
They're not paying for this either.
No, but nice place. They have it's a bed, I guess, bed and breakfast. Essentially, they have 3 rooms upstairs. They had them all booked,
Really?
and whoever it was backed out a couple days ago.
You're kidding.
So they immediately were throwing it out there, and this might have been about a week ago.
Did they say why?
They didn't say why. I don't know if the people. I'm sure the people had an excuse, but whoever it was a group. They backed out, and so they have them up available, and they were still available as of yesterday. It had been 4 or
I'm not
5 days later.
I think it's all hype. So my mom and dad were down at the Walmart in DeSoto, and they were talking to the checkout lady about the eclipse, blah, 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 blah. You excited, all that stuff. She said, I heard that there's a group of Japanese people, 20,000 Japanese people, that are traveling here from Japan
What?
to DeSoto to watch this eclipse at the winery, one of the wineries in DeSoto. And that was my mom's reaction. What? And the lady goes, well, maybe it was 200, not 20,000. And I'm like, okay, I know the story behind this.
Okay.
A friend of mine works at this winery, and he and I have been having this kind of ongoing half joking, half not joking argument about the hype that's surrounding the eclipse. And he said, no, what's going on? There's a group of 50 of Japanese individuals that are traveling to St. Louis. They're staying in St. Louis, but they're going to the winery in DeSoto to watch the eclipse. 50.
Yeah.
Not 200, not 2,000.
20,000.
To me, this is very indicative of the hype, and it's probably well-due hype, but it's hype surrounding this event, along with the same... What are you laughing at?
Our listener Mike, he says. He said, I took a picture of the eclipse back in 2012, and it sort of looked like a penis. They featured it in Deadspin, and I'm looking at the picture.
And it's Mike's... That's Mike's picture?
That's Mike's picture.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Sure enough.
It says, I tried to snap a picture of May 20th solar eclipse through a sheet of welder's glass. Something wiggled. Good enough.
That's Mike. So, anyway, off my soapbox, I think there's a lot of hype surrounding this. It's going to be a really cool event, no doubt about that. But I think some of the comments that have been made and some of the hype that has been built up, especially surrounding the number of individuals that will be in the area, the traffic in the area, I think is BS. But
It'll be interesting to see. I do kind of want to get out a little bit and just
see?
experience, just
Right.
see what's going on.
and we could walk down to West City Park from our house.
Yeah.
I'll be at work, so I'll come home. I don't know that I'm going to go anywhere because I'm going to take pictures. If it's cloudy, I'm going to take pictures when there's no clouds. So
Well, what do we got? I guess sticking with the eclipse.
Yeah, so really excited about this. So Main and Mill Brewery, you mentioned Denny earlier.
not paying for this.
They have a special release.
You had to
beer.
buy this, right? This wasn't free.
Yeah, I bought it. I support my local.
Sure.
brewery.
No, we've been there twice in the last week.
I
think.
bought 2 bottles of it actually. I'm only gonna share one with you guys.
Thanks.
So we were there. I don't know, a month or so ago, and I was talking to Denny, and he's like, "Yeah, we got this beer coming out for the Eclipse," and I didn't really think a whole lot of it. He was just telling me.
You said Eclipse.
Yeah, I was like, "What? What is this one?" But he started talking about Trail of Totality, what he was going to call it, and he was talking about what it was going to be, which was he wasn't going to do like what you would think a traditional like dark beer.
Yeah.
For this.
Sure.
So this is dark.
Tart.
Dark blackberries. Is it?
Black. I mean, I don't know that you need to put the word dark in front of blackberries.
Isn't it in a light ale or what?
Yeah.
It's blackberries and raspberries, isn't
Blackberries and raspberries. Yeah, thank you. And so it's
It's a lot of carbonation in here.
Very
I see
red.
it bubbling.
it? And it's a tart.
Man, it smells really. You like blackberries? It smells like blackberries.
It sure does. You made a face like it was
It's
really
tart. Just throwing that out there.
I don't think it's as tart as you made. You made it look like you just sucked on a lemon or
But
something.
I'm not a big tart fan, so
I really like I get more raspberry, for sure, than blackberry.
I agree.
I don't know. I actually enjoy this flavor. It's actually pretty
it's not
good.
a bad flavor.
Balanced pretty well.
It's just kind of tart.
It's
good.
got a little
What's
tart to it, but
Very
yeah.
berry.
What's
Very
the style? You said ale, right?
Too bad we
But
can't
I-
call Denny.
I thought it was a. It says there on the bottle, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Here, I bet he's got.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got it on his website.
Brewed with black raspberries and blackberries.
Black raspberries, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
A lights out tart wheat beer.
Tart wheat. Okay, so it's a wheat base with black raspberries. I've never heard of that before.
And blackberries.
Yeah, blackberries are good. I love blackberries. Blackberry pie.
What
you got,
smiling
Greg?
about over
Yeah,
there?
I
It says decided to do a tart wheat fermented on blackberries and black raspberries. This thing is a fruit bomb while staying incredibly refreshing. It finishes at 5.5%.
So kind of up there alcohol-wise. I mean, it's not super high, but it's on the higher end of what you would normally see. The beer itself is very red, kind of... oh, shoot, I had a word for it.
Greg.
Yeah, it's really red.
Kind of sapphire-y color. Very good. I mean...
Ruby.
Ruby, thank you. Very
Ruby
good.
red.
Kind of ruby red.
Kind of a Hawaiian punch. No, it's not.
It's not a Hawaiian punch. It's not that sweet.
It's very good though.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
Me too.
Go pick you up a bottle.
Yeah.
And there you go.
$15.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Did you? I thought it was 20.
20 with the 2 glasses.
Did you
and
see the
could
glasses?
buy- they're wrapped up in paper.
Oh, are they?
I got them.
Okay.
I did buy 2.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
They're in my car.
I wonder what kind of designs on them.
I thought about bringing them. I think it's the
has them on.
same.
It's that Trail of
Yeah,
Totality.
it's
Yeah.
right here. There's a glass.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's the same as that label.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's the kind of picture I want to take. The different stages of the partial eclipse
Yeah.
with the total, and then the different stages of the partial again.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yep. It's good. What
So,
else you got? Oh, I see.
What? Movies? Movie
Yeah,
news?
no, Ozark season 2.
That was me.
Oh, was it? They announced it yesterday.
They announced it
didn't
yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that because that was a great show. And have you finished it yet?
Have not.
Man, that is blowing my mind that you have not finished that.
Did you?
It's. I need to watch it alone. Molly doesn't seem to be interested. I guess.
Did you think the same thing about episode 8? That it could have been
the
totally
one,
skipped.
I tell you what, I think that
tell you what.
I think that episode was better than you thought it was.
I thought it was useless.
Lori and I both thought it was good because it went back and told you how they got to where they were, and it connected some dots that you made some assumptions going into the first 6 or 7 episodes based on what you saw and you thought you knew, and then when you go back you were like, oh, I did not realize that what led them to that point.
Now, do you think that's a good way of the show going, or
No.
do you think it should have
Should have started that way.
Well, no, them showing that like each episode showing a snippet from the past.
That's one way to do it.
Kind of like
Who did
like
that?
Breaking
Breaking
Bad would
Bad
do
could
that.
do that-
Like
do that.
at the beginning of an episode, they show something, you'd be like, "What the heck's?" Better Call Saul does it too. I mean, same
Yeah.
writer, and they'll show like a snippet at the beginning, and you'll think,
Yep.
"What is this? Is this present day? This doesn't make even sense." And then you realize it's back like 5 years ago. Or
I was
whatever.
not a fan of how they did it.
I don't mind either way. But I thought that there was things in there that were relevant to the story,
Man.
and
Couldn't
it could have been shorter and it could have been condensed or whatever. But I thought I think you said you thought the final episode wasn't
I was disappointed.
really. I thought it was freaking amazing. That scene just like blew my mind.
When they were at the people's house. Yeah, that was good.
I was like, whoa!
But
I
if
mean, I
you-
jumped back in my seat.
But if you go beyond that, the last 20 minutes, 15 minutes, it really has no ending.
Well, I guess they had
season
to keep
2.
it.
Yeah, I know.
Open somewhat.
But all along, Bateman had said he had no plans to do a season 2.
Yeah, that's his.
They're doing
sarcastic,
Arrested Development season 5.
Yeah.
so they're, you know,
I guess. So we finally got around to watching The Accountant this weekend.
that's a
Oh,
good
yeah, that's a
movie.
great
movie.
Very good movie.
But it's interesting to me the similarities between The Accountant and Ozark. Did that did that strike out or jump out at you at all? As far as what he does, what the guy in The Accountant does,
okay.
kind of how he got wrapped into it,
Right.
what he does for a living.
No, I
and
didn't even make that connection because I saw it so long ago.
to me, it was a very, very similar, very parallel storyline along the main character and their ability. Not because obviously the guy in The Accountant is autistic,
Right.
But not saying Bateman's character was autistic, but the abilities, the accounting abilities of both those characters were very similar. To be able to see beyond the numbers on the balance sheets and see really
Yeah.
what was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That was very similar. They both, I mean, it was kind of, I don't know. I just found that as a very parallel, very similar storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, you're right. That's a great movie.
That was a great movie.
Did that win anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
was a good
And the
story.
ending, and when you figure out
Right.
who the voice is,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Pretty wild.
That was really cool.
Yep.
And that night I figured out, you both have seen it. At the end, when it's the brother, we, like within a half a second of each other, we both go, the brother.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. That's a good movie.
Yeah, what's his name? John Bernthal. He was a
Oh yeah,
I believe you.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
good stuff.
Yep.
Couple movie news notes.
Okay.
We don't. Sorry, I don't have a little.
Movie.
We need to
Remember the movie License to Drive with the Corey?
Yeah,
Corey
the
Haim,
Coreys? Yeah.
Corey Haim, Corey Feldman.
Good movie.
Heather Graham was the girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
She. What was her name? Mercedes or
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
Because the whole. They
Is that a
named,
John Hughes movie?
They named her that just
No.
for the joke at the end, so he could say, "Oh, I've got a Mercedes" or whatever. So they're rebooting the movie, or
Really?
Variety says that, and a few other sources. We'll see if it happens, but they want to do it with females. as
Oh,
the-
and a guy? Wait, a lesbian story? Or
no. I
two
guess
females and a male.
I guess instead of two Corey's, two Kara's. I don't.
Or Jessica's? Isn't that a movie storyline? No.
It's kind of like how I guess what they did with Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Awful.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Ghostbusters movie.
Awful. You can say it.
It's not bad because of the females. It's bad because it's a bad movie.
It is a horrible movie.
Yeah.
Writing was awful. It could have been an hour shorter.
If they would have put it in the same universe as the original Ghostbusters, it
probably would have been
sense.
fine. Yeah.
But
Horrible.
anyway, we'll see what they do with License to Drive. Gremlins, remember that Gremlins movie?
Tell me more.
You know Gremlins, obviously. One of my favorite Christmas movies. The writer Chris Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually has a script for Gremlins 3. Said it's written, and he wants to shoot it, or but
Are the original Gremlins going to be in it?
he says when they do it, it's not going to be any CGI. They're going to keep the same like puppets and all that.
Great.
Those Gremlins have to be 40 years old. Maybe.
Yeah. He's gonna, obviously you're gonna add a little CGI because he was saying like the movements of the puppets and all that. It'll be a little easier because you won't need all these strings and wires, but
1984.
they'll use kind of the same practical effects, and that was called, so we'll see if it ever happens. Like, I love Gremlins, and I love Gremlins 2, even though it's a real corny movie, but it came out when I was like 12, so Gremlins 2 is really still one of my favorites.
How's this not your part of your pop culture segment?
Well, pop culture. You want to get there?
Sure.
Oh, he's got... Hey, we didn't play our food theme, did we?
No, we didn't do anything.
Oh, man.
Do you remember Mask?
It was one of my favorite toys ever. I had so many of them.
It's like they merged...
Oh, I thought you meant the Jim Carrey movie.
No. The toy Mask.
I had Rhino.
Marble.
I had
Mobile Armored Strike Command.
Yeah, I had that one. I had all these. This was my favorite toy.
Yeah, I had forgotten all about this.
It was like they took Transformers and
the
combined
helicopter
it with...
Yep, I had that too.
I think I had the helicopter.
What do you say?
Yeah, it was like G.I. Joe. Yeah,
G.I. Joe and...
Same exact size and movement of guys and everything.
G.I. Joe and Transformers kind of together.
I had that.
Yeah.
All their vehicles kind of combine, or like they turn from a vehicle to like
a battle.
Machine. Battle
I didn't
machine.
have that.
I had that.
I had that one too.
The
I had all
57 Chevy. I had that one. The pickup truck.
Gosh, I had the whole thing.
Wow, I had forgotten all about this.
They had a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Kind of short-lived cartoon.
Again, Saturday morning cartoons, man.
It was,
I had that, I think.
I don't think I had that one, though.
It's probably just flipping through them all now. So we're looking. If you're watching the video, you'll see a bunch of the pictures of Mask vehicles.
So that flew, right? That car flew.
Yeah. That was Matt Tracker. He was the leader.
Tracker,
and he had his son. What was it? Scott. And T-Bob was his little robot that he hung out with. And their bad guy was Venom, which that is totally a ripoff of G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Cobra.
Right.
So, it was...
That blue helicopter, man. I remember that.
Yep.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had those still. So,
I have... Go ahead.
I have... One of the dumbest and most regretful things... I had a moment of... When I was about 15 or 16 years old, I had a moment where I wanted to be very giving, I guess. And I bagged up, boxed up, whatever, all of my toys. I'm talking Transformers, Mask, G.I. Joe's, Voltron. Yeah, I had it all. And these were things that I had gotten for my own birthday. I'd saved up my own money and purchased. You know, you get to a certain age, you don't play with that stuff. I gave it all away
because you become interested in girls.
Yeah, gave it all away to another friend's younger brother.
Oh wow!
Like he was maybe 8, 7, or something like that.
He's now a millionaire.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember like being like so, proud of myself that I'm donating all this to this kid, and then like, years later regretting it because that was some cool stuff.
My parents said not that long ago it was either my brother's or mine, and I think it's probably a mishmash of the two. Complete Voltron, with the tiger arms have their heads.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that's the metal one, right?
Probably. Yeah.
I had the plastic one, which was taller and like the guys fit inside of the actual lions.
No.
So you had the metal one.
Yeah, where the arms shoot or the head shoot off.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They also had, remember the one made up of all the cars? The Voltron?
Wasn't it called something else though? Like
no, I thought it was still Voltron.
It wasn't the robots or what? Or not robots? GoBots?
No,
that was something different.
Well, GoBots is something different. But
oh, okay. I didn't know there was a Voltron with cars.
I didn't either.
Sorry,
Just made that up.
Nerd.
So, man,
That's
I remember being probably about 15. I didn't donate all my toys or anything, but I did a lot of 4th of July would come
Oh,
and get your
yeah.
firecracker. You're like, oh, let's blow up Skeletor or whatever.
yeah,
Like,
stupid.
I'm like, why did I damage all these? They could be worth a ton, but I still got a lot that are still good. But
Back in probably, and this is one that you guys will probably be nuts about. Back in 1981 or 82,
I was
I remember. Well, I barely remember this. Somehow my mom gathered up it was a special offer, you buy certain Star Wars characters and you could mail off,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
for,
yeah.
for, something.
yeah, mail in
or whatever.
Yeah, UPC,
all the
mailman, you get
UPC,
a special release, and I got a special release.
Was it one of the? Was it the Ghost? One of the Ghosts
I don't remember which one it
where
was
they were
now.
blue.
But I'm sure now it'd probably be worth
I'm
hundreds
sure
of dollars.
Yeah. It's probably Boba Fett.
And I know it was something you couldn't buy in stores. That's how that's why
Right.
it was so cool,
Right.
But yeah, probably same thing. You found a firecracker.
I remember, what was it? Some football player. It was a mail-in for G.I. Joe. You took all the UPCs and mailed it in. Man, I cannot remember the football player's name. It may. I don't know what it was.
He had them.
It could have been. Let's see. Get a Boba Fett action figure with a purchase of 4 Star Wars action. Maybe it was Boba Fett.
What year was that?
Could have been a millionaire.
1980s sometime.
I remember getting it, and my mom going, "Oh, this came for you in the mail today." When you're a little kid, you never get mail.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe one that I'm thinking of is the fridge from
yeah.
the Bears.
Yep.
Yep.
Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah.
Hey, it's about that time.
It is about that time. Hey, we talked a lot about the eclipse.
Yeah, we did.
So I hope Monday everything looks good and we're able to see it without clouds or rain and all that fun stuff.
Wear your eye protection.
Yeah. So yeah, kids, don't go out there staring at the sun. So,
Thank you, Uncle Greg.
Yeah.
hey, join us every week here. We're on the Facebook Live, but you can also subscribe subscribe to all these on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. And check out stuckinbetapodcast.com. I actually put up all our past videos they're the videos of us just sitting here.
51 previous videos.
Yeah, I have all of them up on YouTube. We have our Stuck in Beta YouTube channel too. So you can find us just about anywhere. But
Just Google it.
All that information at stuckinbetapodcast.com. Please email us with any suggestions or comments or stuff, hate mail. Right? Hate mail.
Yeah,
Encouraging
we'll
hate
read
mail.
hate mail on
Send
there.
us
Yeah,
some
why not?
hate mail.
Yeah.
Why not?
Bring it on.
stuckinbetapodcast@gmail.com. And I think that would be the end of the show. The button. Do you
I know.
Show, guys.
I figured it out.
Great show.